The Blogger OAuth API keys are a great way to interact with one's blog without needing to know the username and password. It allows the blogger log into any computer and still have complete access to their blog. If you are a blogger and you want to use this feature, you can obtain an OAuth key by following the steps shown in this video. Hey, I'm Esteban, the Marketing Tips channel creator. In this channel, I will share tips to help affiliate marketers establish online business, including site building and driving traffic to make sales. If this is something that interests you, smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell to notify you anytime I post updates to this channel. Since I value your time, let us dive into today's topic. So let us create our Blogger OAuth API key. To start the creation of the Google API or the Blogger OAuth API key, what I do is to go to Google and write google.developers.google.com. After that, I press enter and Google will take me to a new page, which is this page that you are seeing here now. So at this point, the first thing I do is to go to this arrow and click here where it says create a new project. After that, I come to this part here and I write the name. I give the name. In this case, I put Blogger IP1. You can put any name you want, and then I click create. After clicking create, a pop-up will appear with different names, the recent project names. As you can see here, it's still creating. In this case, we have the one that we create now and the previous one. To continue, we can select the project from here, but I prefer to go to the above arrow and select the project I created and continue the process. I click on the project that I created, then I continue the process. But before that, I have to close this, so I will click here where it is shows the close button. We go to enable APIs and service. We click on enable APIs and service, and under this search bar here we write Blogger API to see if it appears. If it doesn't appear, you write complete word Blogger API, and then you select that Blogger API, and you will be redirected to a point where you will have to click on Blogger, which is here. So here what you do is just to click on Blogger. After clicking, you wait a bit if you have similar issues, and then click enable Blogger API. After enabling the Blogger API, it's time to select the version of Blogger that I will be using. In this particular case, I prefer to use version 3. I will deselect all of this and then come back and select the version 3 and then click OK. After that, I'm redirected to this one and I click credentials. After clicking credential, I go to create credential and click there, and then select old client ID, and then I click configure consent screen. After clicking there, I wait a bit for internet to load, and I'm redirected to a new page where I click external. We have this internal one, but we don't select that one, and then we click create. At this point, all we have to do is to add the app name, the user support email, which is the one that we entered in the beginning. I just pass the name here of the app and the user support email. and scroll down. We don't have to add any information here, but here we have to put the email address, which is similar to the one I put above, which is the developer contact information. And after putting the developer contact information, the only thing that remains there is to click save and continue. We scroll down, we click save and continue under your restricted scopes, and we click again save and continue under your user information, and we scroll down, we click back to dashboard. So now that we are back to the dashboard, we need to test our app. We click here where it says publish app, and there are some information. It's not too relevant. It says that your app will be available for almost everyone, and then you click confirm. After clicking that confirm, what you have to do is to click credentials and click create credentials, select auth client ID, and you select which type of app do you want. I want this specific case desktop app, and then I select desktop app. I give it a name. I can write here blogger. You can give it any name, blogger or auth, for example, something like that, and then you click create. Now our credentials have been created. You can see here the first line with your client IDs and the second one with your client secret. These are the data that you can copy and pass it to any app you may want to use. As I told you, this can be used for different purposes. In this case, I'm using it for indexation of my free and paid sites. So I have an app for that, and I'm passing the codes to that app only for demo purpose. If for any reason you can't see the credential, come back to this page, click on credential, click on this pen here. After that, you will see these credentials are the same. You just copy them and pass them to your app, and finally click this save button. I'm not hiding these codes because I'm sure that I will change them. So I create them only for demonstration purpose. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.